I actually vividly remember reading it, kind of walking to the top of the stairs and shouting down to my wife, saying, Jameson, I think I want to apply for this thing, but I want to talk to you about it first. And she's like, what is it? I'm like, it's a run across America. I want to do it. And she just looks at me with this crazy face. And she's like, all right, if you can make it work, let's do it. Bill Savage. I grew up in Morristown, New Jersey, which is just outside of Philadelphia. Come from a really sports-minded family. My parents were both athletes. My dad played 2 sports in college. And growing up, it's kind of what our lives centered around. My brother and sister, they're both older than me. They went on to play sports in college. So my brother was a D1 rower at Dartmouth. My sister was a field hockey player at Gettysburg and then Cabrini College. And so when it came time for me to go to college, the expectation was to play sports. It's kind of how I grew up and what shaped me and my drive. Early in high school, I knew that I wanted to join the military. It's a number of factors that compounded over time. Growing up and seeing 9/11 definitely drastically impacted me. And I think it was the aftermath of 9/11 that really just made me realize the sacrifice that Americans were making to put on the uniform, go overseas, leave their families. And I just thought, like, if people are going to do that, why not me? I need to do that. And so when I was in high school, I knew I wanted to serve. When I joined the military, I pursued the most adventurous route. So to me, that meant branching into the infantry. And so I branched into the infantry. I went to airborne school, air assault school, doing all the high adrenaline type training, and then went to Ranger School, which is kind of the pinnacle leadership school in the Army. Graduated and then wanted something even harder, so assessed for special operations, got selected and went to 2nd Ranger Battalion in Fort Lewis, Washington. And it was there where I was really pushed every single day. The people there are just incredibly smart, hardworking, physically fit, and deployed to Afghanistan with them back in 2020. I got involved with Team Red, White, and Blue, Team RWB, a few years ago. I volunteered to be a backpacking guide for them. They have these expeditions, they're called Eagle Expeditions, that are backpacking trips for veterans. And I immediately was impressed by that organization. Everything they do is centered around health and wellness for the veteran community, whether it be getting people outside, getting people at the CrossFit gym on runs together. And it's this really unique community of people who just want the best for each other. Team RWB, they started, I think, back in 2010. The founder, Michael Irwin, he started it while he was at grad school at the University of Michigan. And he was seeing this trend in the veteran community of people not taking care of themselves mentally and physically after they got out of the service. And he wanted to change that. And he's done an incredible job getting this, what started off to be a small kind of community-based organization, to a nationwide chapter-based organization. So there's 2 chapters here in Colorado, Denver and Colorado Springs. So if you're a veteran, get connected with your local chapter, and they host all types of events with gyms. They go on runs together, they go on hikes, really anything health and fitness related, they're all about it. When they posted online about this run called the Old Glory Ultra Relay, it's 12 runners trying to cover the entire distance of the United States from San Diego to Washington, D.C., about 3,000 miles, carrying the American flag relay style. So the flag will never stop. It'll be hopefully around 15 days, meaning each person will run about 17 miles per day at a 7-minute and 30-second per mile pace. There's gonna be a lot of hard parts of this run. I think the weather and elevation are gonna play a huge factor when we're running through the desert in New Mexico. In May, it can be really hot. It can also be, you face a sandstorm. And so I think that'll be difficult. But everyone's going to start the race with a certain amount of adrenaline and excitement that'll probably get us through the first 4 to 5 days. But we're trying to do this in 15 days. So I think after the adrenaline wears off, probably day 6 or 7, you're going to be pretty tired. Your muscles are going to be sore, your feet might have some blisters, and you're just going to have to push through it. So I think that's definitely going to be a mental obstacle we're going to have to overcome. And then another piece that's kind of been on the back of my brain as I train is once we hit the Appalachian Mountains on the eastern side of Tennessee as we enter Virginia, it's going to be some steep inclines and we're going to be really exhausted by then. So just finding the drive from, the RWB community, from our friends and family, people following online to make sure that we're holding the pace that we want to, it's going to be really important. The 12 runners are all kind of following their own training plans, but it's been great to talk to one another and learn from each other. I am one of the least experienced ultramarathoners of the group, I'll be honest. And so leaning on people like Zach Lever, Joshua Kraus, and Zach Palega, they all come to the table with different experiences. Gavin Woody, he has over 100 ultramarathons under his belt. I mean, I'm just lucky to have a conversation with him. So hearing their strategies when it comes to training is really helpful. Right now, Zach Bitter, as I mentioned, is kind of coaching me through a training plan. It's about 6 days a week and has a variety of workouts that he's having me do. And each week or so, we'll go over how I did, what my heart rate was, and he'll alter it. Like he might increase the pace a little bit for the next week, or he might decrease it. And there's also other variables that factor into this, like stress and sleep. I've got a 9-month-old at home, so those types of things go into how we're going to approach to the next week. If I'm coming off a really healthy week, I'm feeling good, I haven't been sick, then he's probably going to push me a little harder than if I'm just coming off the flu or my daughter's not sleeping well and it's affecting me. Really excited to run the flag across the United States. The American flag just has such a loud voice in the sense that when you see the American flag, you often go silent. When that national anthem starts playing and the flag is unfurled and it's waving in the arena, everyone takes off their hats and they shut up and they just listen to the national anthem. The second is, especially when veterans are buried, they lay the American flag over the casket. You won't see anyone in sight talking because it's such a respect for that symbol that they shut their mouths and offer the respect that the flag deserves. And it's because the flag has been all over the world. It symbolizes freedom and democracy. And as we carry this American flag across the country, people are reminded of our strength and all that we stand for. When the Old Glory Ultra Relay is over, first and foremost, I'm going to be sad, but I'm definitely looking forward to some much needed rest and quality time with my family. We already have plans to spend as much time in the mountains of Colorado this summer camping, which I'm looking forward to. And it'll be a time to just recharge, reflect on this whole experience, also to spend time with friends who I haven't been able to see as much during this training. To be honest with you, I'll probably start thinking of what my next adventure will be, whether that be a race or a meaningful trip, just something that continues to push me mentally and physically to new heights. But at the end of the day, I just want to keep using the gifts that God has given me, listening to what He is calling me to do, so I can serve others with purpose and with joy and with so much gratitude for all He has given me.